Focused Power 13.1. I cannot tell you how excited I am about this workout because there was a break between filming phase 2 and phase 3. I fractured my wrist, totally my accident. I was all me, completely to blame. And that took me out of commission for months. And so I was so bummed, but I'm excited to be back here to finish this out strong with you. You may not have had a pause, but I have, which makes me even more pumped to finish this out strong together. So 13.1, we're in lower power and we're leveling this up. I am ready. I'm feeling it. Hopefully you are too. We are absolutely celebrating what our bodies can do, even if we've had hiccups, steps back, steps sideways, all around the place. It's always about celebrating where we are in our journey, what our bodies can do, and the fact that we get to do this together. So let's step in here with a little bit of a warm-up. I just want you to do booty kicks, making sure your feet are flexed. Bring it up. You don't have to bounce it. Giving you options. Open up the chest. Nice, engaged core. Here's the great thing. We're doing our lower power, right? We are literally in the last series of these workouts for the last phase to finish up this phase. I want you to have a nice, strong foundation that you've spent time building. We're going to tap into that, especially during phase 3. 3, 2, 1. Gimme. Engaged core, driving the elbow back. Yes. I've missed y'all. You may not realize it because, again, you may have not missed a beat. I've missed a lot of beats. Sometimes it happens. Sometimes life happens and we can't beat ourselves up about it. All we can do is keep moving forward, taking our next best step forward. 3, 2, 1. Give me side lunges each side. Nice and wide. Feet forward. There we go. I'm all about bringing the fun. We're going to talk about someone who fractured your wrist. It was my first time ever kind of doing something like that. There are a lot of things I miss doing. I'm like, oh, I can't do that either. Oh, okay. One more on this side, one more on that side. Awesome. Squat to toe raise. So half squat, sitting the booty back, right? Take a stance that makes sense for you. Maybe it's wide, maybe it's a little bit narrow, maybe it's even a little bit wider. Feet parallel, pressing through the entire foot. So I love these shoes. They give me a complete flat base. Press the booty back, squeeze the glutes as you come up, then hinge at the hip. This isn't completely new, but I just want to make sure. Remember, a lot of these, it's just as much for me as it is for you, right? Don't ever forget, I'm in this journey with you. This is the amazing thing. It's not like I have everything figured out and I'm gonna come here and be like a robot. Boop, boop. But I am growing with you, absolutely. Give me 2 more. Down. Over, last one. Squeeze that up. Over, amazing. Give me hip openers here. Lifting with our core, opening that up. I mean, I'll tell you, one of the things I struggled with through the injury was just losing mobility because there was a lot of ways that my body couldn't move that, to be honest, I took for granted, right? There's just certain things where it's like, oh, I can always do that. And then I was like, what? And I had to figure out how to do things in different ways. But then also just recovering, letting my body rest and heal. I lost some range of motion, some strength in areas. So I'm here, what? To kick it up, to do it right. One more each side. Last one. Yes! Hopefully you're ready. We are finishing this out with our lower strength. This is the last, I don't know if you realize that. This is the last lower power workout you're ever gonna do in this series, unless you repeat it and you do one of the other levels. So we're gonna start with narrow to wide squat. So you know me, I'm always gonna encourage you to be where you need to be. And maybe since we're in phase 3, that means leveling it up with some weights. Doesn't have to be crazy. I brought a set of 2.5s. I brought a set of 5s. If I really need to, I have a set of 8s and 10s waiting for me. Be where you need to be. First move. So we're literally gonna take this and narrow. So a straight stance here. It's a half squat, so I'm not coming all the way down. I'm just bringing it far enough back, pushing my booty back, keeping my chest high, squeezing it up from the narrow. So I came here, then I'm gonna take a step out, bring it down, and here my squat here. Again, same position here, even though it's a wider stance. Booty is back, bringing that down, squeezing my glutes as I come up. And then we're gonna do narrow into the other side, okay? Hopefully that made sense. We're for each move for 30 seconds. Here we go. And narrow up. I'm stepping out first with my right, squeezing that up. Then I come together for the narrow. Boom, boom, squeeze that up. Targeting different areas because we're taking a different position from the narrow squat to our wider squat stance. Up. Don't feel like you have to rush it. 3, 2, 1. Awesome. You can either keep the weights or not. We're going into our RDL, which I will start on this side, bringing my left foot back. So majority of the weight here for me is on the front foot. Everything's facing forward. Nice bend in that back knee. Bend also, micro bend in that front knee, hinging at the hip. And I'm squeezing the booty as I come up. Here we go, 3, 2, and 1. So if you're feeling this in your lower back, one, you might want to pull that foot in a little bit closer. Make sure there's a bend. Make sure you're hinging at the hip. And maybe you don't come down as low. Make sure the booty is coming out. Squeeze. Again, I know you've heard me cue these moves before, but also remember this is phase 3. So there might be something from the last time we did this that maybe you're focusing on something else, and now you're having the opportunity to focus on something else I may have said. 3, 2, 1, other side. Stepping that back. Position, majority of the weight in that front foot. Whoop. And over, up. Make sure your shoulders, especially if you have weights, back down, right? So it's like roll them down. And then with that nice strong core, hinge. And up. There we go. Keep going. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. That's what I'm talking about. We're doing reverse lunges. We're going to be doing a lot of lunge squat situation that's happening today. I'm starting with my left foot, bringing that straight back. Again, you can use the weights or not. I'm going to carry my weights through everything that we're doing. Majority of the weight in the front foot. Bring the foot back as close or as far as you need to, right? If you don't want to come down as low, just bring the foot in. If you want to go a little bit further, you can bring it back. Secure. And then we're coming down as low as comfortable for you, and then up. Keeping the chest nice and high. Again, majority of the weight in that front foot, like 80%. 80, 20. 80% of the weight in that front foot, 20% in the back. And up. There we go. This is a stationary reverse lunge. 3, 2, give me one more. Down, squeeze up, switch for me. Secure foot. Woo, woo, balance situation. And if you're already there, go for it. There you go. Next time I might do this without the mat, just because this one has ridges, which I love for like medium high impact, but maybe for some of these more ready to balance, maybe not so much. Keep it going. Down, squeeze through that front heel to bring yourself back up. 3, 2, 1. Amazing, into our squats. So I'm actually gonna put this down. Trust me, we have upper focus coming. So I'm coming down here, and we're gonna sit that back and bring it up. Here we go. Down, squeeze it up. Again, take it to your comfort level. Maybe it's just a little bit, and I've always talked about this with this whole series. Even if it's down an inch, think of that form, think of the core, press through the heel. Even if you come down lower, same rules apply. Don't feel like you have to get all the way down, drop it like it's hot. It's about keeping your body safe, doing what helps you progress, and sometimes taking it back helps you progress further, faster. 3, 2, 1, lunge pulses. I am not gonna use weights, but you can if you want to. Starting with left foot back. There we go, same rules apply for your stationary lunge, majority of weight in the front foot, but we're coming down, and then we're only gonna bring it up about an inch, and then back down. Down, oh yeah. So you're always under a state of contraction here, because we're never coming all the way up. You're never in a resting moment in this move. It's this little pulse, so you can speed it up if you want to. I'm not trying to go super fast because I want to be in control of the move. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step it up. Oh my goodness, if you don't feel that, I don't know if you have nerve endings in your legs. I felt that in my hamstrings, my quads, my glutes, other side. So remember, bring it down and then up an inch. Down and up. There we go. Yes. So it might be going slow at first and then finding that rhythm, right? Like once you feel secure, right? I kind of do a full body check. I'm like, how's my foot? Am I really grounded? How's my ankle, right? Am I really activated in the glute? Is my core engaged? And then once I figure out, okay, everything's good, then I kind of settle into the pulse. 3, 2, 1. Oh, one more move. Then you get a water break, and then we get to do it again. So here we are in our goblet squat, feet about 45-degree angle outward. I have one weight, and I'm just holding here right up front, and I'm coming straight down as if my back were up against that wall behind me, coming down, and then squeezing the glutes up, down, and up. Still feel my hamstrings are still kind of warming up, but they're like, oh girl, I feel this. So maybe on the second round, I challenge myself and go a little deeper, right? It's okay to play it safe the first time, or even maybe halfway through the move. Always listen to your body and give yourself time for your body to tell you what it needs, right? Sometimes if we just jump full into it, we're like not even listening to our body until it's like, no, you shouldn't have done that. 3, 2, 1. There we go. Grab some water. Woo! Oh my goodness. If you haven't noticed, probably have. We're in different space. I've loved having you in my home. Totally. But it was like, hey, we're going into phase 3. Time to level up. Let's have some fun with it. I have all the space, all the room. We can do more things, especially to finish this out. So you're gonna see some moves how we've done in phase 1 and phase 2, right? Workouts 1 through 12. You'll see some moves where we'll even get to make them more engaging and more interesting because there's more room here. So don't be surprised if I have some crazy things in store. All right. 20 more seconds. And we're starting at the top with narrow to wide squat into our RDL, our reverse lunge, stationary lunge, squats, lunge pulses, and then into our goblet squats. And that's what's gonna set us off to finish out the first workout of this phase. Are you ready? I know we're not in the same room, but I'm believing that I can hear you through this screen. So I do want you to answer back. Okay, maybe you want to grab some weights. Maybe you're like, oh yeah, I'm ready for it. Maybe this is your second or third time going through this series and now you're at a point where you want to add weights. Go for it. Maybe you're like, I don't ever want to add weights, and that's okay too. Here we go. Narrow stance. Feet secure, and here we go. Down. I'm gonna step out to my left this time, and up. Remember, pressing the booty back. This narrow squat, you're not gonna go super deep. I know for me especially, they come in, there's a lot of body that's being compressed here. So like really, I probably wouldn't get much deeper than this in that narrow squat. Here I can, just because again, I've made room. So just be aware, it's like, it may look different because your body is shaped different, and that's okay. 3, 2, 1, I always say that. RDL, I'm gonna do it on this side. Left foot back. So notice how, here's the weight kind of center. I shift the weight without leaning my body, shift the weight in the front foot so it's 80% there. And then over and up. I'm gonna bring that in a little bit. There we go. Actually a lot more so that I can actually hinge. There we go. And up. I was trying to make a point and then it was like, wait. There we go. And exhale on that way up. Give yourself that strength, that power. 3, 2, 1, other side. Quick switch. And nice tall stance. Hinge from there. So one thing, and I don't think I cued this before, on this stance, I have an arched back. It's just, over time. So I bring the hips under me, and that's kind of where I start on this hinge, right? It's like hinging from there. 3, 2, 1, into our reverse lunge. Okay, here we go. Left foot back. Same thing here. Nice elongated spine. Majority of the weight in that front foot. Down and up. And for this isn't the pulse, so we are coming down, and then we're coming all the way back up. There we go. There we go. Ooh, ah. We got this, we got this. One more, come on. 3, 2, 1, switch it out. Other side. This is why I love getting to do this with friends. Thank you. Because otherwise, I would be struggling all by myself. Down. And it's like ultimate accountability. It's like being here for each other and knowing like, hey, I know sometimes we're like, Kanoa, oh my goodness, I can't stand you. But hopefully you like me by the end. But we keep showing up for each other. 3, 2, 1. Oh yeah, going into our squats. I'm gonna keep the weights because it's phase 3 and we can do anything. And I feel good enough. I feel like warmed up. Here we go. Pressing the booty back. Gotta bring that in narrow. And you might find that it's uncomfortable to have, yeah, I was like, maybe you can position it, but it really is kind of here. Maybe you don't come down as low. I always kind of have to play with this, which is why I didn't do it with the weights the first time. Notice I'm like adjusting. Oh, sure, there we go. Again, I'm gonna put these down. A few more seconds, come on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna give you one more. Just a matter of, you know what, that having the weights on that wasn't working for me. And instead of struggling through it, it's like, let me do what's gonna help me succeed and feel confident. We're going into our lunge pulses, bringing back my left foot. Here we go, coming down and pulsing it. Oh yeah. Because there's a difference between being challenged in a move, right? Because maybe it's just, it's hard and you're building muscle and you're really working, versus unnecessary struggling, which is what that was with the weight. It was like, I don't think that's helping anything. Come on. A few more seconds. 3 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Step it up. Other side. Right into it. Step it back. And down. Pulse it up. Oh yeah. Rock stars. Make sure have that chest nice and open. Core engaged. Oh, that glute is engaged. All the glutes are engaged. Glutes that aren't even mine are engaged. Keep going, keep going. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Into our goblet squat. So I'm swapping this out for just one weight. Oh man. That phase 3 will get you. And we're down. Here we go. Down and up. So this move for me, always, I come down, making sure it's when I get down, is my back nice and elongated, and then I squeeze that up. So I really think about it. Sometimes coming down, and maybe it's coming down a little bit, and you're like, okay. Then maybe you're like, oh, there I start leaning forward. So then that's no point in going past that point, right? Where you're like here, kind of find places where you need to work through it and build that strength. And then maybe go a little bit deeper. 3, 2, 1. Yes! Oh my goodness. Yay! Get some water. If you want somebody else, who am I to judge? I've been thinking about you all the time. We're excited about the whole phase 3 because we're gonna definitely level it up as we go through. But again, this might be the first time where you're adding weights. And in phase 1 and 2, I didn't add as many weights. You know, we're building on the moves that we've done just to get a little bit more complex. You're also going to see some of this even developed more through the phase, right? Because we have our plyo, we have our interval focus that's coming up, and you see some of this work in there as well. So don't get it twisted. It's about to be a party. Awesome. Give me a light booty kick, and I'm just literally going to step it, because it's not about bringing the heart rate up and generating heat like it was at the beginning, but literally just kind of stretching out the quads, a little bit of that calf, your ankles, foot flexed. Bring the arms into it, nice and slow. I'm not speed rushing through this at all. It's so weird. I'm not used to having so much space. What in the world? What's happening? 3, 2, 1 to the high knee step. Again, the intention not to generate heat, but getting a little bit of stretch, a little more work here. Slowing things down. 3, 2, 1. Give me a side lunge here, but hold. Yes, so maybe you're holding on to the waist. I'm excited about this bench because I'll probably use it at some point. Or the thigh. Maybe you feel comfortable to bring that lower. Maybe it's supporting on the shin, never on the knee. So go either here up on the thigh. Maybe it's down to the ground. Maybe it's holding on to your calf. Maybe it's leaning on something. Maybe it is a chair or a bench. 3, 2, 1, up, other side. I love this part. Yes, and see, I can come lower on this side. It's like letting your body sink into it. So important stretching, because it really does help with mobility. I mean, for someone who literally is still going through the process of recovering, like physical therapy for my wrist fracture, it's so important to make sure you're incorporating this into your regimen. I'm going to do lunge here. You're like, really? We're doing lunges even here? Yes. Down, pressing the heel towards the back. Really coming down as far as comfortable for you. Feet grounded. There we go. 3, 2, 1. Step it up. And then sit it back. So I'm here. Yes. And I even press through my thighs just so I can elongate that spine. I have a nice long back, and then I kind of lean over a little bit, and then I feel it even deeper in my hamstring and calf. Maybe even support a little bit on your foot. That's intense for me. 3, 2, 1, step it up, other side. Down, pressing through. Yeah, oh, and you notice I even have, there's a lot of new stuff I'm bringing to you on this workout. What? It's like she's rolling up with a headset and in a new space. What's going on? 3, 2, 1, sit it back. Thought I would just bring you everything in phase 3, right? It's like I've been waiting. I've been saving it all for this. Again, I'm going to press through the thighs, elongate. Right, so if I'm rounded and I press through and then I bring that length over, oh yeah, and I really feel it. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. We did it. Oh my goodness, I'm excited for what's to come and to finish this program out together, because we've come a long way. Oh my goodness, literally we've gone through more than now a third of this series. So stick it. Literally there's 5 more workouts after this. So I will see you next time.